lighting is mostly just on the one side of my face, but we're going to ignore that for now. My watch just beeped. Severe weather alert? Oh, it's a heat advisory. Never mind. I was like, how is it supposed to rain? It's gorgeous outside. Hi everyone, it's Mackenzie, and today I will be giving you my TBR for the Reading Rush next week. This is going to be a pretty short video, hopefully, who knows, because I'm just going to quickly go through the books and tell you a little bit about them and why I chose them. So the first challenge is to read a book where the cover is the same color as your birthstone. I was born in September, I'm a fall baby, and therefore my birthstone is sapphire, which I love. It's so pretty. If you don't know what sapphire looks like, it's just this like deep blue. It's just so pretty. So for this, I don't actually own a copy, but I will be reading The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager, which is a thriller about, I think, some people at a summer camp. I could be wrong though. I don't know. I just know, basically I went to Goodreads and scrolled through my TBR until I found a book with the color I needed. The second challenge is to read a book where the title starts with the word the. So for this challenge, I will be reading The Truants by Kate Weinberg. I honestly forget what this is about. I just remember every time I see it, I get excited to read it. Like I literally could not tell you what the plot is whatsoever. I just remember I was so excited when I added it to my TBR that now every time I see it pop up, I get excited to read it. The third challenge is to read a book that was adapted into a movie that you've already seen. So for me, this was difficult because most of the movies I've seen, most of the time, either I've read the book but I haven't seen the movie, or I've seen the movie and read the book. So it was kind of a struggle to find one. I had to look it up on Safari, but eventually I found one. You can tell how hard it was because it's The Wizard of Oz. I will be reading The Wizard of Oz by Frank L. Baum because I couldn't think of any other books where I've already seen the movie but haven't read them. So I got a nice free audiobook of this from Apple Books, and I'm excited to finally read it. The fourth challenge is to read the first book you touch. So I wanted to make sure that I got a shorter book if I was going to physically read it with my eyes, like a physical in-person copy. So I walked on over to my poetry shelf, which you can't see because it's on the other side of my room, and I closed my eyes and just put my hand out. Thankfully, I landed on Two Fish by this person right here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her name because I know for a fact I'm going to get it wrong, but I'm going to read this. It's a poetry book, obviously, because I found it on my poetry shelf. So hopefully I should get through it pretty quickly because it's also short. I don't really remember what the common theme is. I will tell you more about it in my vlogs because I do plan on daily vlogging this entire readathon. The fifth challenge is to read a book that takes place on a different continent. So for this, I will be reading The Lost City of the Monkey God by Douglas Preston. Never mind, I found it. I was gonna say I don't remember what continent it's on, but I found it. It takes place in Honduras, so South America. If I'm wrong, that's gonna be really embarrassing, but I'm pretty sure that's South America. There are photos. This is actually sort of a memoir about this guy named Douglas Preston. He joined a team of scientists to find a legendary white city that was supposedly built like however many years ago, and it's been lost. And like some people that have explored the Honduran rainforests in that area have said that they found it, or like mysterious happenings go on around that area. And so this guy, Douglas Preston, joins a team of researchers to go explore and try to find this city. And I think he actually finds it. At least that's what it says on the back. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. But either way, it's a survival story. This guy actually went. There are photos in the middle of the book of him doing stuff. So I'm excited to read it, and I already own it. So yeah, I already own 4 of these books, 4 out of the 7. So I'm pretty impressed. I am about to get through 4 books that I already own and haven't read yet. We're just sweeping through that shelf. The 6th challenge is to read a book entirely outside of your house. So I picked one of the shortest books I could find. If Cats Could Disappear from the World by Genki Kawamura. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I've been saying it since I bought this book 2 years ago. Yeah, you heard that right. 2 years ago, and I haven't finished it. And the 7th challenge is to read a book that is a genre you don't normally pick up. For this, I will be reading Upright Women Wanted by Sarah Gailey because, first of all, I've been wanting to read this anyway, and it's also a pretty short book. But secondly, it's like pure sci-fi, fantasy, Western. I'm not entirely sure what genre, but it's definitely SFF. And I don't read a lot of that. I mostly read literary fiction and contemporary. I read some thrillers, a few horrors, and a few romances, but not really any SFF. Sometimes I'll get a book with a little bit of magical realism or some speculative elements, but I very rarely pick up full-on sci-fi or fantasy books. So this will be very much out of my comfort zone, but it's short, so I'm hoping that I can just get a good taste as to whether or not I like the genre, and then move on. Sorry if I've been a little off-center this whole time. My phone is balanced on my compendium of Shakespeare works leaning against my desk lamp, which turns, so I'm trying to be very careful about it. So I'm not sure if I'm actually in the middle of the screen or not. Also, I know the light is only hitting half of my face, but I hope you can all overlook that, just like I can, apparently. So that's it. Not a lot to talk about today, but those are the 7 books I'm planning on reading for the Reading Rush next week. I will be at least attempting to daily vlog. Hopefully I can get the videos up the next morning, or maybe I'll just stay up past midnight each day and upload it at like 1 a.m. I don't know. Comment down below if you have a preference. Would you prefer me to get each day's video out like as soon as possible, so right as the day ends, like 1 a.m. in the morning, it's there so that in the morning when you wake up you can watch the day before? Or are you okay with it just kind of like showing up on the next day, doesn't really matter when, as long as it's up on that next day? Let me know if you have a preference. But that is all for this video, so thank you all so much for watching. Bye!